Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Learning 5's EU West Best of 3 final featuring Team 49 Chromosomes and Team Channel 4 News Team. My name is Sir Potato the Ninth, joined here by Penguin God. We are getting right into pick bands.
Yes, we are, and now we already have the pick band done with the pick band tool pro draft, so we get to see the order they picked. Blue side, which is 49 chromosomes, did pick mostly in order. The only things they swapped around with the top of the jungle, but we can see the priority they have here. The Teemo was a missed ban. 49 chromosomes did accidentally miss a ban, so they just kind of threw that ban in there to fill that space up. But we have the Tristana Jarvan bans on the blue side, the Zaya, Sejuani, Azir bans, and we do see the Cho'Gath pick up for Ship in the top lane.
Yeah, and as I've previously advocated in casts that I've done, I'm always a big fan of seeing Cho'Gath played in any competitive scene. Just because his kit is such a meme, and I love seeing it being used as a viable pick, because really it is a viable pick. Nearly infinite scaling with the with his passive and with his ultimate. Ooh, gets me going, gets me riled up every time. And also you got the Skarner and Victor. Man, it's kind of funny. Spoiler alert: they're also going to be picking a Kog'Maw, but so you have a Cho'Gath, of Skarner, and a Kog'Maw. 3 champions from the Void.
Now, if they really wanted team synergy, they would have picked all 5 champions from the Void. But
yeah,
you know, they can't do everything right. So we see here in the second phase of picks and bans, the Alistar is going to be banned out on blue side. And then the other ban out is Varus, and then on the red side we have Braum and Tahm Kench being banned. These are a lot of focus on the support role, knowing that this is going to be a contested role from here on. And blue side does end up picking up Kog'Maw Lulu here, and Lulu with a Kog'Maw is just amazing. Lulu provides so much potential for shields, CCs, polymorphs, more health, bigger Kog'Maw. Like, what more do you want than a Void Puppy being a Void Doggo? Like, come on. And we see this Gen pickup here as well, for Team Channel 4 News Team, and Shen support has always been something I've enjoyed seeing. It works a lot better than a lot of people think, and even mid and late game he can just build a Titanic Hydra and go after the support items, get that Titanic Hydra, and still be a split push threat. He isn't going to be as impactful as a Scion, because the Scion's going to be able to get more health probably faster, but they still have that Stand United, that ultimate coming out from Shen in the late game that can protect Caitlyn and Orianna. Zac and Sion probably aren't going to need it, but I really want to see now. Potato, bear with me here. I want to see Sion charging in there like a train, and Shen ulting on top of him as he's running down the lane, and as soon as he finishes, Shen pops out and keeps dashing forward. Just that extra little bit of range out from that Sion Shen combo would be hilarious.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. No, I'm not too sure in the mechanics, but can Shen use Stand United on a Zac Blob and save him?
I don't wait. No, I don't think so because I think the blobs are treated as entities like wards and minions, whereas so you can teleport to them, but you cannot Shen ult. I think that's how that works. I'm
Okay,
sure I'll be corrected if I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't think it works like that.
okay.
Uh,
Um, anyway, so that does seem to be the goal for Team Channel 4 News Team. Uh, but the goal for 49 Chromosomes, they got the Cho'Gath, they got the Skarner, and even to an extent Victor, they definitely seem to have, and Kog'Maw, they definitely have a scaling team composition that does seem to be focused on picks more than anything. None of them really have insane team-wide CC like Team Channel 4 News. I mean, obviously you have the Victor Circle and the Cho'Gath knockup, but that doesn't really compare to the Zac knockup as well as Let's Bounce or the Scion Unstoppable Charge, or even obviously Command Dissonance from Orianna. None of those really compare, so it does seem like they're going to be focused more on getting picks than team fights.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like Team 49 Chromosomes here has a really, really good scaling comp. Both Victor and Kog'Maw scale really well, and Shogath obviously scales infinitely. But Team Channel 4 News Team just has such a massively good team fight comp.
Mm,
Oriana ball on either Zac, Sion, or Shen. Like, she has three options to throw this ball on someone and get a massive shockwave going. And Caitlyn just firing shots into the backline is going to be spectacular. Now, Zac and Sion have to get on to Victor and Kog'Maw, and it'll be kind of hard to do that with Lulu Cho'Gath, but
mhm.
we'll have to see, Potato.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But anyways, we are going to be waiting for the spectator delay to die down. And as we do that, we're going to throw the screen back on over to a waiting screen and throw on some groovy tunes. And we will be right back with the EU West show match.
Finals.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the EU West Show Match Finals featuring Team 49 Chromosomes and Team Channel 4 News. I am Sir Potato Knight, joined here by Penguin God, and there's a pause, and there's a reconnect. Anyways, on Team 49 Chromosomes, you got Ship on Cho'Gath in the top lane, Refill with Cola on Skarner in the jungle, Travicity on Victor in the mid lane, Jujavon on Kog'Maw in the ADC position, and joining him will be Cinnamon on Lulu in the support role. Yes, sir. And we have already gone over what we believe the team goals will be with the team compositions. Oh, there it is. Alright, now we are actually getting into things as both teams decide to take a bit of a defensive starting line. None of them going for any cheesy thing.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
I was
No,
I was muted. Lol.
Oh my goodness.
It's only a minute. I introduced the red side. Cool.
Penguin.
It's fine. It was only a minute. This is why we have a dedicated streamer, and guys. Anyway, like I was saying, so blue side, the team 49 Chromosomes wants to scale up. They want to get to that late game. They want to get to where their carries can melt through the tank line of Team Channel 4 News team, and that's going to be really important for them to get there. And I think this Victor is the turning point of this team, because Victor has a good mid game. Victor gets a good early power spikes. He doesn't need to get to late game if he doesn't have to. When he does, he starts one-shotting people, but he doesn't have to get there, you know?
Yeah, especially considering you got the Caitlyn and you got the Orianna as the primary damage dealers for Team Channel 4 News. They're not really champions. They're going to be building a lot of health, so he will have the option to be one-shotting them in the late game.
Exactly.
So it does seem that Team Channel 4 News will have to be closing this game out as soon as they can.
I agree. That's going to be really important. I think the most important factor for this game is going to be the Scion. If the Scion can't match and push in this Cho'Gath, then he's not going to be able to put the engages in. Zac will be able to do that. It just won't be as, pronounced as Scion's is with the, whole screaming thing. But the Scion is also able to get a lot of easy engage going and then provide some damage threat afterwards. Oh, going in on the bot lane.
Yeah, Shigati onto Jujavon gets a bit of damage down. Nothing coming out of that. Oh, Refill with Cola getting the Smite Steal on I'm Just Misty's blue buff. I like that. Street Fighter is actually not gonna walk up. Anyways, speaking of the Scion, I haven't actually seen Glacial Augment taken on Scion before. What are your thoughts on that?
It's not bad. He uses a good amount of active items, particularly in like Randuin's and Righteous Glory and stuff like that. Righteous Glory actually makes it so that he's close to when he pops that, he gets actually close to his ult speed and he can control a little bit more. So
yeah,
it's still pretty good, and the slow field does really well for him as well. But I personally like the Grasp of the Undying better, or even Aftershock. Aftershock provides you that armor and MR you wouldn't normally get. He does build it at some point, just not nearly as prominently as Cho'Gath.
Yeah, absolutely. He also took Minion Dematerializer, which I guess I can kind of understand. It lets him have a bit better wave clear I've actually been a big fan of seeing that more recently. Some champions can utilize that really well because it allows them to clear waves faster and then roam, and I definitely think that Scion is a champion that could definitely benefit from having minion dematerializer.
So actually, this is something that was discussed by Papa Smithy in LPL. I think it was last night or the night before. People are taking minion dematerializer against the Banner of Command minions. So they leave like between 1 and 3 charges on their minion dematerializer, and they leave 1 to 3 charges on it. And so in the mid and late game, when they're popping down the Banner of Commands on those minions. I think mine was he's just gonna get out of here.
Yeah, he's not gonna get a kill off of that.
No.
Good try though.
But yeah, they grab this mini dematerializer for those Banner of Command Baron up minions. It just kills them.
But there was the only problem with that, as Kobe pointed out on Twitter, is that sometimes you do have to hold on to minion dematerializer for 20-25 minutes.
Yeah.
Which might not be the most efficient use of your item space.
Yeah, but it does take up an item slot, and that is a downside. That does take up an item slot in your inventory. But when you're facing a minion that can 5 hit your tower and you can't get to it because it's 3,000 units away, like,
yeah,
it's worth it to me.
But personally, I am a fan of the update and change to Banner of Command and Baron. As to me, it takes away from the sitting back and just waiting for everything to be done on its own. Because now this forces you to be proactive. You can't just rely on all of your minions pouring out of your base anymore. You have to be going out and making the plays before all of the Baron empowered, Banner of Command empowered minions just whack away at your tower until they're completely gone.
Yep.
Cinnamon getting engaged on by Shigati, and I'm just missing coming in. Javon is going to get knocked up, flashing away from the Command Citizens, and now the flash forward from Rebuild Cola, dragging him under tower, flashing away as I'm just missing the heal burn by Forever Toast, but I'm just missing so low, does have blobs available, but does not actually get taken out. And Javon getting trapped just to end that engage.
I'm just missing got extremely low there. I think he was at double-digit HP. That was absolutely nuts by him. Good flash out by him. There was so many summoner spells burned. That was a flash by Refill with Cola, barrier, or flash by Jujavon. I just realized that Kog'Maw has barrier, and Cinnamon has heal. I think I'm like 99% sure they're going for this protect the Cog comp in that way, but if so, they could have first picked Orianna.
Nah. Yeah, sorry.
So they had the chance to first pick something like an Orianna for the mid lane, or like a Karma or something like that, if that's really what they wanted to go for. But maybe they just didn't want to put all their eggs in one basket, which is really smart to me. Because if they're running a protect the Cog comp, and then Kog'Maw gets behind against the Caitlyn Shen lane, it's over. The game's just over at that point.
Yeah, although Jujavon has proven himself in previous show matches to be a very strong ADC. Unstoppable Force being used by Sentinel. It seems like he was going for Travesty, but he just missed. Which is a little awkward. And now, Refill with Cola taking the Blast Cone to safety. Unlucky.
Yeah, I think Sentinel was trying to... It was kind of like a 50-50 coin toss for him. It was either he got Travesty, got the damage down, and was able to do a lot to him, and then Forever Toast was able to roam and get a kill potentially, or he just simply got out and didn't die. Refill with Cola.
Goodness, that's the second buff that Refill with Cola has just walked up and taken with Smite from I'm Just Misty.
I want to take a second to look at the CS difference in this jungle. In the jungle, Refill with Cola has twice as many CS.
Ooh, Shigati going on to Jujavon. Jujavon returning to fire onto Street Fighter. Street Fighter very low. The Ignite has been used, and now Stand United coming up from Shigati. Solos Jujavon blocking the ultimate is Cinnamon, and they both end up escaping with their lives. And Barrier was used by Jujavon, but that seemed to be the worst of the summoner spells that had to be burned.
Yeah, that was really close. Street Fighter and Shigati turning it around really well. so much damage going onto the Kog'Maw there in that lane. But I want to point out the refill with Kola's Skarner is just absolutely stomping I'm Just Missy, Zac, and CS, and in lane pressure, if I'm honest. I don't, holy cow, this is absolutely a crush in CS. He's got so much less CS, and I'm just stunned because refill with Kola still has most of his camps up. He can still get upwards of 15 CS, 20 CS just by going into his jungle right now. And I'm Just Missy doesn't have any of that available. He's got nothing to do. The only thing that's up for him are the Krugs and his blue buff. And on top of that, refill with Kola knows.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and refill with Kola knows it's there too. So refill with Kola could potentially walk over there, but I don't think he will.
Yeah. He's definitely doing a very good job of applying pressure in the jungle. This is definitely a very good example of how influential just walking up and smiting away buffs can be as a jungler. Speaking of I'm Just Missy, going on to Jujavon, the command distance comes out from Forever Toast, and oh my goodness, Jujavon just getting 4v1, and there's nothing he can do. That's first blood going over Street Fighter.
And now that is exactly what we want to see this comp doing, using the Zac and the Orianna to get kills, especially because there was a solid 6 seconds where because Jujavon got caught by that jump from Zac, he got caught by that, so he got caught by the Orianna Shockwave, so he got caught by the Let's Bounce from I'm Just Misty, and so he got killed. Like, it was, he got hit by one thing, so you get hit with everything, and that's how this entire game is going to go.
And so, now 4 members of Channel 4 News Team are rotating into the mid lane. Seems like 3 of them are backing off, though.
Yep. For their troubles, they also get the Ocean Drake. I do want to mention that Ship has done a really good job of being quite annoying with the silences and the knockups in this top lane. Every time Sentinel's gone for that decimating smash, he just hasn't been able to get a really good one because Ship has just either knocked him up or silenced him every time he was getting close to being effective with it. And I find that personally hilarious because as someone who has as a champion who has a lot of channels like that, you hate to see it interrupted, and Cho'Gath has 2 ways to interrupt it consistently.
Yeah, and that's just knowing the matchup really well on Ship's part. Knowing that if you just cast your ability, which goes out insanely quickly, you're able to just interrupt Sentinel, give him such a tough time in lane. That being said, though, it's been a really, really even lane so far for both of them, in terms of CS at least. So I'm not sure who's going to have a bigger impact on this game. It just depends on who's being more proactive with Sion and with Cho'Gath. Both of them have the option to be insanely aggressive, and if they capitalize on that option, then they can become really big influencers in how these games play out.
Yeah, that's very true. And honestly, for most of this game, we're just going to see them hitting each other a bunch and not a whole lot happening from it.
Oh, flash from Refill with Kola onto Forever Toast, flashing out in, healing out, command dissonance coming through, and actually going to escape the ultimate. Oh no, Cinderman, very far out, flashless bounce, enforcing flash out of Cinderman. Now Refill with Kola is walking up as well as Jujavon onto Street Fighter, walking away from the trap, flashing away from the taunt, getting knocked up, Street Fighter using heal. Stand United coming out, but it's not enough. Jujavon takes out Street Fighter, and now Shigati is taking so much damage. Double kill for Jujavon. And now the unstoppable force to get out of there. Sentinel will live to see another day.
He says, nope, I don't want none of that. He gets the heck out of there. They could push down this mid lane tower, and I think that's kind of a mistake by them for not trying to get a lot of damage on that. They recognize that now, but anyway, Jujavon picking up 2 kills, so that is really important for this comp. Kog'Maw is going to be the main DPS after the burst from Travesty, and holy cow, that was a huge pickup for him. He's going to go back and be able to get so much for himself. He's likely just going to be able to straight up buy his Gunsu's Rageblade, and they are going to get this mid lane tower here, which is really good trade. They could have got it slightly earlier, but that doesn't matter. They do get a tower in return, so that means they're not that far behind. There's about a 2,000 gold lead for Team 49 Chromosomes.
Yes, sir. And oh my goodness, what a fight that was. Jujavon was using its flash, I guess a little liberally. Oh, Cinderman! Oh. Barely not canceling the back. Anyways, as I was saying, he was trying to make an outplay, and I guess he did make the outplay on Shigati. He flashed out of the way of the taunt, which I think personally was pretty impressive.
I do think so as well. Um, I don't remember exactly where the taunt was going, but I'm not sure if it was actually going to hit him or not. But it was better just to be safe and flash out of that and guarantee the 2 kills. We do see him picking up the Rage Blade. He did also pick up a Cloth Armor, which to me says he's going to go for um, that Digitabai. So to resist the damage from Street Fighter's Caitlyn. They also swap lanes because their laners are winning very well. With this extra kill, it means that Kog'Maw is ahead about 200, 300 gold. Oh no.
Oh, I'm just Misty looking for Jujavon, not finding the E. But Jujavon's in a really bad spot. Kind of accepted he's going to die. Actually, ultimate is being used by Cinderman, and now refill with Cole looking for damage. I'm just Misty still low! Going to platform, but Street Fighter takes it out. Refill with Cole, and now Jujavon and friends are going to be duking it out in the top lane over these blobs. But directed camera believes that bottom lane is going to be more important.
Yeah, refill with Cola kind of dying for Jujavon's sins. Jujavon was in a bad position there, but after they whiffed all of the abilities, that was the Shockwave from Ferrero Toast and the Let's Bounce from I'm Just Mincy. Neither of them hit anything.
Yeah.
No, and there was a random Shockwave in the middle bush in the top lane, and then the other bush, the more southern bush, I'm Just Misty had Let's Bounce in, and they were both to kind of zone the Kog'Maw, but the Kog'Maw wasn't zoned into anything, and that was the problem there, which is why he didn't die. But Refill was Soda tried to get something done and just kind of died for it. So that is a kill going over towards the team of Channel 4 News Team, but that is a kill going on the AD carry. All of the kills in this game are on that AD carry position. Both of them are getting the gold funneled into them, as should be in League of Legends.
Yeah, at least in this current meta, ADCs still do have a very important role where it stands.
I think so, yeah. There was a time where AD carries were just kind of like a joke, and it was they were just there to die and to be a target, and that was about it. It was really junglers and top lanes that existed, but that has been long since passed, and now we see here that currently I do want to mention that currently no one has built or seems like they are currently building a banner of command. So maybe we won't see one this game.
Thank God.
And of course we say that, but watch 5 minutes from now, we're going to have 4 banner commands in the game.
Yeah. I think Lulu definitely is a champion that can flexibly build banner command and incorporate that into their build. But anyways, you got the Ocean Dragon being started up, and it seems like Team 49 Chromosomes are not going to let this be contested, or not, it's going to be contested. Anyways, Team Fight is breaking out, Command Dissonance is going to connect onto the 2 members of 49 Chromosomes, and now everybody's laying down the damage. Refill with Cole is so low! The ultimate was used by Cinderman, and Refill with Cole is barely getting out of there. Sentinel flashing forward, taking damage from Jujavon. Jujavon not getting the kill though. I'm just missing. Trying to use the last succeeding shot, but it's not enough. Gets taken out by Travesty. Now Street Fighter running away. Everybody's underneath the tower. And now you have 5 members of Team 49 Chromosomes up against 4 members of Team Channel 4 News. Street Fighter taking a lot of damage to Javon. Flash forward, getting the kill, and looking for 2 on Shigati, but it's not enough. But that is still going to be a very impressive showing. Getting the kill onto Street Fighter. Now this tower seems to be what's going to be tested next.
Yeah, that was a very, very, very messy fight by both teams there. But it turned out that 49 Chromosomes got the kills they needed. I do want to mention that Travesty did take a kill there, so we no longer have an 80 carry only kill game. But they, in the end, it was still 2 kills going over to the side of 49 Chromosomes and none going over to Channel 4 News Team. They do not lose the tower, excuse me, and they do grab the Ocean Drake, which is great. They do have double Ocean at this point. They have so much out of combat health regen. It's absolutely amazing. So we'll see how they use that to their advantage. They are the quick engage, try and get something done instantly comp. They don't have a whole lot of DPS after their first initial burst, so the Caitlyn kind of fits in that way. But they need that extra health regen to reset after a botched engage, and go for it again if they can. It's almost like a mini Warmogs in each one of these members.
Yeah. Anyways, you see that blue side wave building up on the bottom side of the map?
I do.
That is a pretty significant wave that is going to be have to dealt with. Yeah, at some point or another. But nobody on Team Channel 4 News is doing it. Oh my goodness! GCall ship flashing away from the ball of Forever Toast. And then Travesty is going to bring I'm Just Misty in. That was a... I don't know about that flash. I'm not too big of a fan of that. Ship did know that Forever Toast had Command Dissonance available and could potentially bring him in and lead into a Wombo combo. But even then, I'm not a fan of that flash.
It was kind of preemptive. He just wanted to get out of there. It was safe, which I can respect, and I'm just basically going again on Ship.
Ship getting away. Maybe not going to have as much success as he has 5 members on his tail right now. They are sacrificing so much to get this kill, and he is taking so long to die, finally getting taken down. But that's one tower, and this lane getting taken down, and getting a lot of pressure on the second one as Team Channel 4 News is just now walking in. And in the top lane, another tower got taken by Javon. That was really bad tunnel vision from Team Channel 4 News. They lost 2 towers, never mind that they got the kill on the ship. Definitely not a good trade in their favor.
No, that was...
Now, Travesty in a very bad spot does knock back Shigati. And I'm Just Misty looking for more. The Unstoppable Force refill with Cola! Flashing away from the Unstoppable Force, juking him out. Very impressive. And now the Command Dissonance, and he dodges! Refill with Cola has got some very slippery shoes on, but he can't dodge Sentinel's big knockup, and he ends up getting taken down firing Refill with Cola. And now GCO's ship getting a very big knockup. Javon trying to lay down the damage, looking for Forever Toast, and he gets taunted up by Shigati. Sentinel locks him up as well. Lulu's trying to keep him alive, but that's the shutdown by Forever Toast. But Cinderman gets Shigati in the process. And now Travesty is laying down the damage onto Forever Toast. Gets taken out. Now Sentinel gets knocked up. And Javon. Oh, not Javon. Travesty getting the double kill on Sentinel. Very impressive. And now the Undead Scion running around as I'm Just Misty backs in the top bush.
So that was a 2 for 3 in favor of Team 49 Chromosomes. Holy cow. A lot happened there, and it ended up being that both teams had some questionable decisions in that fight. But it ended up being that Travesty was able to get the damage down and get the kills later after Javon had died. And Forever Toast also wasn't able to join that fight completely. He was off to the side fighting Javon that entire time, and I'm pretty sure he died directly after. So
Yeah.
it was hard for him to join that fight because he was off to the side just to blow that blue pit, and then the tanks were just kind of smacking on each other for a while. So
Always a pleasure to watch such a wet noodle fight. Gotta love it. But we did see Travesty does have the damage that he's able to start laying down onto the backline of of Team Channel 4 News. And now that he's proven that he has that damage, Channel 4 News are gonna have to respect his damage a lot more in future fights. Ooh, I'm Just Misty not finding Cinderman.
yeah, Travesty did go for this Lichbane build where he's gonna have that DPS consistently rather than just be a bursty one-shot. That fits in with their comp very well. So they have this comp where they now have 2 DPS carries rather than just 1. And they have a 3-0-2 Victor to worry about now on the side of the team Channel 4 News team. Top lane again with the Scion and Cho'Gath, literally no health happening ever because they don't take damage.
Yep, they don't take damage and they just keep getting more and more health. Baron is being started up by 49 Chromosomes. Channel 4 News they do have a control ward in the backline. Sentinel is single-handedly walking up and spooking them off. So 49 Chromosomes are not going to be able to complete that Baron take. Now it seems that Channel 4 News are going to be clearing some vision on it. Not actually going to be attempting the Baron themselves yet.
Although
Baron,
I'm supposed to take a lot of damage from Baron.
Yeah, Baron is very frighteningly easy to take by Team 49 Chromosomes with the amount of DPS they have with the Cho'Gath, or not with the Cho'Gath, with the Kog'Maw, and with the build that Travesty is building, as well as with the Cho'Gath, who has Feast available, so you can take down the Baron at, what number is it right now? You got another 1,131 health Smite, along with, how much is Smite right now? 680.
680.
Yeah.
Alright.
So that's a lot of damage you're able to execute Baron down at.
That is a lot. And I do want to mention, you remember that time that I said there were no banners in this game? Yeah, that changed really quickly.
Yup.
5 minutes later, we have a banner on the Cho'Gath, and he is just using it. We see there in the top lane, he did just use it on that cannon minion top lane, so that's going to push really hard. Forever, Toast, and Street Fighter should be able to do a good amount of damage to it. Street Fighter mostly. But that is pushing that top lane really hard. Now, that being said, he's not going to have that if they do get the Baron pretty quickly. So I'm not sure I would have popped it down that quickly, but that is a cannon minion, that is a siege minion with that, and Caitlyn's going to be able to take it down with a good amount of work.
Yeah. And that's the thing with the updated banner. It takes so long to kill a banner empowered minion. Never mind a banner Baron empowered minion. That just takes 1.5 years to take down. And plus the amount of damage it lays down, it can become an insane threat to deal with for any team.
Yeah, that banner minion is going to be really impactful this game, and I'm hoping that each side has at least one, so they can match each other. Ship is the only one with a banner command at this point. And I also want to mention that Team 49 Chromosomes has a pretty good comp to defend said banner minion. They have a good amount of range, and they have a good way to protect it in these pushes. And so they don't necessarily have to engage. They have range, they have poke, they have ways to get people off of their poor little cannon minion. But there is a fat amount of engage on Channel 4 News team. That is, holy cow.
Baron started again. No vision on the side of Channel 4 News. But they are going to be walking up, and now I'm just missing canceling Elastic Slingshot. Once again, 49 Chromosomes still a little too frightened of the threat of the team fight breaking out, so they're not going to be engaging anymore on the Baron.
That Baron gets taken out really quickly from the damage from Javon and Travesty. Rico Cola also does a significant amount of damage with his Spire there. He gets a lot of attack speed just from having that. And so they can take it really quickly if they're not bothered in the first 10 seconds of taking it.
Yep. Sentinel, walking forward, does have Unstoppable Onslaught available.
Likely not going to use it though. Those corridors in the jungle aren't really the best place for it. There is ways you can drift around and get a really sick looking ult in those small corridors, but it's hard to do. And that's not something that I expect anything to happen here. We did see it once.
Oh, I'm just Misty! Looking for an engage, forcing a flash on a center man, and uses Let's Bounce! After he flashes, gets reflow with Cola taken down so quickly. Teleports coming in from Chikoth's ship. And now it seems like Team Channel 4 News have free reign to take this Baron without too much contest for 49 Chromosomes.
Well, it looks like they're not going to do it. They're just going to try and push mid, I guess. It's a 4v3 right, or a 5v4 right now, sorry. They're just starting to push mid lane. They don't have any, they do have a good amount of siege with Kate, Orianna, but it's not really the best thing they want to do.
Although, there's not too much wave clear. All you have is the Kog'Maw and the Victor. They have a tough time reaching real far back and getting all the minions. Forever Toast is very low. Had to burn Archangel's staff there.
Yeah, he had to burn that there because he was gonna die from Javon's Bio-Arcane Barrage. So, good use of that ability there. The cannon minion just getting shoved back. That's one of my favorite things to do. Or to see from Sion when there's a bannered cannon minion, just shoving it back over and over and over again.
Yeah, did you see Shigati using Minion Dematerializer on the banner empowered minion there?
He did save it, which is interesting to me. He took that inspiration tree secondary, so he has Minion Dematerializer. I don't know what he has secondary, but he has that for this late game, so you can kill those banner empowered minions with a press of one button.
Yeah, and it has worked out for him so far. Oh my goodness, Chickatee so low, getting away from Reaper with mid distance coming through, dragging Travesty away. So low, Chickatee, but he finally gets taken out by Travesty. And now 49 Chromosomes have a member's advantage over Channel 4 News, and they might look to start this Baron. Sentinel very far away, does have unstoppable onslaught. I'm just Misty looking for the elastic slingshot, diving in, looking for something. Unstoppable onslaught coming through, camping slays. That's a stack blobs being popped. Now refill with Cole, very low himself. Now I'm just Misty getting taken out by Jigosh Ship, and now Just Toast, Rubber Toast getting taken out himself. Now the Baron is being returned on Street Fighter, and Sentinel are the only two members surviving on their team. And it's up to them to get the Baron steal. And let's see Street Fighter's attempt, but it's not enough. The Cho'Gath nom nom noms away on the Baron. And that's going to be Baron secure for Team 49 Chromosomes.
That was a good Baron secure by Team 49 Chromosomes. That was a good team fight win. They get that, and now we get to see the joyous wonder of Banner of Command on a siege minion that is Baroned up, assuming there is a cannon minion in one of these waves. And then we get to see the interaction between that and the minion materializer. Shiggity hopefully going to be able to get in range to use that ability. So that hopefully works out in their favor, because they're going to put a lot of emphasis on that minion, and maybe they put a little bit too much in that basket of the Banner of Command minion, and Shiggity pops it, and then they are just sad, and then they get tilted, and then they lose the game from it. It's possible. I've seen other things happen. Yay, solo queue. But they are picking up this Cloud Drake. They're going to be moving a little bit speedier.
Alright. Yeah, boy, do I love Cloud Drake. Oh my goodness, I'm just a refill of cola, dodging the command distance. Alright.
Yeah, that now is down for this push. They aren't really able to push now because of the wave equip for Forever Toast, but Forever Toast command Shockwave is down at this point. That means that is a huge team fight tool down for probably another 15 to 20 seconds.
Ooh, Baron Powered.
There he is. It's your boy.
He's so big.
Look at him.
Looking to engage, and as well as Shiggity. Oh my goodness, refill with Cole is so far back, gets taken out by Forever Toast. And on the flip side, Shiggity gets taken out so quickly by J-Bot. And now you have the Baron of Power. Oh, Chico Ship looking for the engage. Forever Toast getting blown up by Travesty. Not just Missy looks for the next target. Does not have blobs available. That's a double kill for Travesty. And now this is a 2v5 situation. 49 Chromosomes are up. And they have a Baron-empowered, Banner-empowered minion who is going to be 8-shotting all of these towers. Boom! Oh my goodness, the damage that it's laying down is insane. And now it seems like 49 Chromosomes are in the driver's ship, or in the driver's seat of this game. Sentinel, Shiggity, Street Fighter are going to be the 3 remaining members who can take down the oppressive reign of 49 Chromosomes. But will they have the fighting power to take down the Banner Baron empowered minion that finally gets dematerialized by Shiggity? And 49 Chromosomes are forced to back off.
Is Shiggity died in that fight without using the materializer on the Banner empowered minions, so they lost most of their base because of that. If he had just pressed that ability while he was dashing towards the enemy team, he would have been fine. They would have been fine. They wouldn't have lost as much as they did, likely. They got a lot of, because they had that minion. Everyone saw how much they destroyed because of that. There was so much of the base in shambles now because of that one minion. He just does so much damage, right? What are you doing to us?
And Banner of Command is going to be coming off of cooldown rather quickly for Cho'Gath, who is going to be able to push in this bottom wave, and it doesn't, or excuse me, Street Fighter is going to be going into the bottom lane to try and clear out that minion. Hasn't used it yet, but does have the option whenever he's available, whenever he wants to.
Sentinel did build one for himself. I also want to mention that he has Glacial Augment, which means
Ooh, Shiggity.
His only active item right now is that banner, and he does also have the the corrupting potion, which I guess counts.
I don't think the cooldown gets reduced for corrupting potions.
No, not really. Um, but the banner command does get
Refill with cola,
reduced.
not getting baked off. Yeah,
God.
that wouldn't be that useful.
I mean, I guess, because you could pop them slightly faster. If you, the
Yeah.
harder you spam the button, you can get
But
multiple.
that does bring up a problem. We do need to see Sentinels starting to build more active items, because so far it doesn't really seem like Glacial Augment paying off too much. It worked a bit in lane, but I mean,
Oh,
it
they're
didn't
way
really
out.
work at all.
Channel 4
Anyways,
news team is
Howard's
way out of the
getting
base.
Completed in top lane. I'm just Misty looking for an engage, not finding anything. Does have the ball on him to flash forward, and now the unstoppable onslaught coming out so low. Everybody is laying down their damage, and now nobody's died yet. Shigati looking to die, but not yet. And now Travesty gets taken out. Sentinel seems to be the next target of 49 Chromosome. Travesty takes him out, and now really far forward is the undead corpse of Sentinel Scion. And now this is going to be another 4v3 situation. 49 Chromosomes do have numbers advantage, and they're looking for blood. There's taking out this inhibitor, and there's only one Nexus Tower in between them and taking the victory of Game 1 of the EU West Final Show Matches. Javon is laying down the damage onto the tower from a very far distance away. Now they're going to get started on this bottom inhibitor tower. They're going to be taking it with relative ease. And now they're taking the inhibitor itself, and Forever Toast is 10 seconds away from spawning in. Do they have the damage to look for the end? 3 inhibitors down so far. Javon looking for the damage onto Shigati, not having enough to take him out. The banner-empowered caster minion is alive and well, trying to lay down the damage. The wave clear just doesn't seem to be there. The minions are pouring in. Super minions are laying down the damage. 49 Chromosomes actually forced back off because of the unstoppable onslaught. Missing, but it got the point across. And now Javon refill with Cola, and G-Con's on the backside, looking to end, but they are getting knocked up and slapped around. Javon so low, the shield's not keeping him alive. I'm just thinking about now. Cinderman on the backside has so little health, but does live for now. And G-Con's ship is in the middle of 4 members, taking up the damage when he finally gets taken out by Shigati. And Channel 4 news team live to see another day.
That was a very, very greedy overstay there by Team 49 Chromosomes. It's very simple. They had 2 options there. It was either you take that top inhibitor and try and end the game and push in really quickly, or you rotate bot lane to try and get that inhibitor, and then you back out immediately afterwards, and then reset and go mid and push in for the end there. They didn't do either one. They got the bottom inhibitor. They didn't do the second part of that, where they leave and then reset. So they stayed for too long. All the members were up for Channel 4 news team, and they just lose.
Being started by Channel 4 news team. Travesty flashing forward, looking for the contestant, and now Street Fighter forces the flash heal out of the Baron pit. Travesty so low, but it doesn't matter. And now it seems like Shigati and I'm just missing your left, defending this Baron. They can't even take Shigati, dashing away. I'm just missing dashing away himself. Now refill with Cola, not gonna be chasing this down. Very aggressive Baron take play, and now they are forced to look for the steal. I'm just Missy does have smite available. Will be using Elastic Slingshot for the suicide, and he gets the Baron. Let's go, but he gets taken out shortly after, and now Forever Toast is in a very bad spot. He does get silenced, but he might have the speed to get away, getting knocked up and getting taken down. But Team Channel 4 News do have the Baron to try and defend their base in this 5v3 situation. It's not looking too good. Their third inhibitor will be falling again for the second time, and the banner of command has been used on a minion. Unstoppable onslaught, they're going for the aggression plays, and let's see if it plays off. Not yet. Chigati solo getting taken out by Travesty. Now Street Fighter is so low as well, getting taken out. Sentinel, the sole member of Team Channel 4 News, and he gets taken out as well for a triple kill for Travesty, and that is going to be the game. 49 Chromosomes taking the win.
Yeah, that Baron steal was pretty hyphy there, but it ended up not being enough. 3 inhibitors is just too much for a team to handle, even with Baron buff. That just wasn't enough to stop the onslaught of Team 49 Chromosomes. They pushed their victory in that game What do you think they're going to have to do to get into game two and do the same thing?
Honestly, I think their biggest weakness there was just the lack of a really. It didn't seem like their team composition was too cohesive. You see 49 Chromosomes have a very strong scaling team composition with the Cho'Gath, with the Victor, and with Kog'Maw. They are all able to lay down damage or become nigh unkillable in the late game. But it didn't really seem like Channel 4 News Team had a very strong goal in mind while they were picking their champions. So they end up with a team that is capable of team fighting, but again, not one of the strongest team fighting compositions. So I think they might be looking to have a better team composition for the next game, and hopefully that could be enough for them to look to take down 49 Chromosomes.
I agree. They need to change up the draft here. I think that's where it falls short. I think they didn't draft themselves as good bot lane. They didn't really have a good way to deal with the Kog'Maw and the Victor. So that's going to be the turning point in the next game, I feel.
Absolutely. Anyways, we are going to be regathering all the players into another game, into another draft. So while that is happening, please bear with us, and we are going to throw on some groovy jams for y'all to listen to, and we will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 2 of the EU West Final, featuring Team 49 Chromosomes and Team Channel 4 News. My name is Sir Potato the Ninth, and I am joined here by the wonderful Penguin God, and we're getting into pick bands. Yes, sir. All right, I am pretty excited to see this game. I believe that Aatrox was a ban that was lost. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mhm. Yep. All right, and the Cho'Gath is coming out again. Although this time it's from Centennial, and Ship is actually going to be playing Scion. So the top laners have swapped champions for this game, which I think is a little funny. And then Misty is actually going to be pulling out the spiciest pick of 2018, the Nunu, which I love seeing Nunu out on Summoner's Rift. Always a pleasure to watch, and synergizes very well with Azir with the recent changes to Nunu's W, Blood Boil.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see Nunu. He's going to be able to do a lot in this game. We know that Tristana was picked in the bot lane as well. So Nunu's going to be able to buff both Azir and Tristana very, very well. I'm actually really excited for this. I haven't seen Nunu and Azir in quite some time. But Travesty does pick up the Ahri, which means he's going to be able to simply dash around and avoid everything. But Sentinel has that silence. I do want to mention that Cho'Gath and Sam were both picked the same as last game, but they stayed on the same side and the teams didn't. So the players swapped champions, but the champions did not swap teams. Or they swapped teams and didn't swap lanes, and it's fine. Um, we know that we see a Zaya Rakan coming out on the red side, and there's also a Tristana Alistar. Tristana Alistar is widely regarded as a very, very good bot lane. Alistar is just honestly a strong, strong laner. He does really well. He's got a lot of CC. He's got a lot of gank setup, especially with the potential of Tristana jumping in as well. But Zyrakan is just so strong. There's um, so many potential outplays and shields and heals and damage, and holy cow, it's really good.
Yeah. So again, I guess the Team Channel 4, oh wait, excuse me, Team 49 Chromosomes are going to be having a bit of a team composition, or a team fighting composition, with the Scion, with the Zac, and of course with the strongest engage arguably in the game, Rakan. Whew, excuse me. But I think that 49 Chromosomes again have a better team composition than Channel 4 News, who just seem to throw. Excuse me. We just seem to throw the Nunu with a bunch of attack speed champions.
Yeah, there's two attack speed champions on the blue side with Azir and Tristana. Azir does really well with attack speed, considering it just ups his damage because he's entirely built around attack speed. So we'll see how he's able to blood boil his targets. In these fights, it's going to be really important that he actually puts his cursor over the right person. If he blood boils the Cho'Gath, it's not going to be nearly as impactful as if he blood boils the Azir or the Tristana. Now, I would like to see the potential of a blood boil on Alistar, because he'll actually be able to auto attack smoother. It's not necessarily that he'll easily be able to get that stun off. He still has to get the damage off, but it makes it slightly easier because his attack animation will go faster.
Yeah, Cinderman, not sure what you're doing there. It seems like he doesn't know if he wants to take Exhaust or Ignite, so both, not taking Flash.
Yeah. We do see the final comps coming out in this. Again, red side has a good team fight comp with Zac Sion. Oh, Zac also didn't switch sides either. Zac was red side last game and is red side again this game. That's interesting. But we'll see if I'm Just Misty can invade this Zac, because Zac doesn't really have a lot of early pressure, where I'm Just Misty's going to have that consume and the smite to just steal camps away from Refill with Cola.
Yeah, in last game, we did see Refill with Cola going into I'm Just Misty's jungle a lot and take oh my gosh, his farm. So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to swap playstyles this game, too.
Yep. I agree. They'll have to swap playstyles, have to swap champions, have to swap players maybe. I don't know. Shuffle it in game 3 if there is one. Just random people everywhere.
Yeah.
Send it over.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so that is going to be doing it for Pick and Bands. We are going to send it over to some music, and please be with us as the Spectator light dies down.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Summoner's Rift EU West Finals featuring Team 49 Chromosomes versus Team Channel 4 News. My name is Servitude of the Ninth, and I am joined by Penguin God, and let's just get into it. On the blue side, you got Channel 4 News team with Sentinel on Cho'Gath in the top lane. I'm just Misty on Nunu in the jungle. Forever Toast on Azir in the mid lane. Street Fighter on Tristan in the ADC position, and joining him will be Shigati on Alistar in the support position. And both teams are taking very aggressive positions.
Onward.
Yeah. Both teams are mirroring each other.
So yeah, they do mirror each other, but it ends up that blue side is just gonna back pretty quickly here. Although Nunu looks like he might be staying. Yeah, the bot lane is staying as well. So it's very likely that that they understand that. But Team 49 Chromosomes recognizes this, so they're taking the long way out. They realize that they're very likely not going to be able to go into their jungle, and not going to have a whole lot of fun if they do, so they're just kind of sitting there. We'll see if Refill with Cola recognizes this and they get communicated with it, so that Refill with Cola can just go over to the blue side.
Yeah, it's a really good strategy to go for this blue buff steal, because you know that you're playing against a Zac. He is not going to be hurting blue buff, so you have the option to just go there and steal it.
Yeah. You do. You also know that you're going to be playing against a Zac who might try and do the blue buff into the blue buff in Gromp level 2 cheese, where he does both at once with his AoE. But it looks like I'm Just Misty isn't going to go for Refill with Cola isn't going to go for I'm Just Misty's blue buff here. But Refill with Cola has a chance to do it after he does his Raptors, because I'm Just Misty went for his red buff. And personally, I would have gone for the blue to blue for I'm Just Misty and then gone to red. Because it secures both of his buffs, but that means that Refill with Cola is going to be able to get his wolves, and he's going to realize that his blue is gone. And it sucked for him, because I'm Just Misty is probably going to go from his wolves to his blue. His blue is still there and be pleasantly surprised.
Yes, sir. Definitely some very, I don't want to say cheesy, but interesting. Let's go with that. Interesting jungle routing, both sides.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be very interesting, and we're going to see again here. We'll have to see if Sentinel can play this matchup as well as Ship did last time. Ship was very good at interrupting the decimating smash of Sentinel last game, and hopefully we'll see that. Oh, Ship taking so much damage in this top lane. Holy cow!
Yeah,
it looks like Sentinel is doing better in this matchup than Ship was.
Laying down the law. Alright, now I want to take a look at I'm Just Misty. Ooh, in the bottom lane, we got an engage from the gank going on to Shigati, forcing the flash out of him, and he is very low, getting first blooded by Jujavon. The heal was not enough to save him. Then in the top lane, Sentinel is running low on mana, taking a fight with Chip, but neither seem to be the winner nor the loser.
Yep, and then Ship looks like he wants to try and kill Sentinel. Sentinel getting the lane turned back around on him, but Cho'Gath is very good at sustaining himself.
Yeah. And that was interesting. You see the Tinnerman with the Exhaust Ignite did end up paying off, getting the first blood there. So I may have been incorrect in saying that was suboptimal. Ship in the top lane getting whacked away by Misty though, forced to flash away.
Yeah, now Travesty in this lane is doing well. He's keeping up with this Azir. Azir does do pretty well in lane. He pokes out very easily, but Ahri does very similar things. She just clears the wave and is able to poke as well. She gets so much damage basically through everything, and is able to get a lot of damage off. Now she's gonna try and
charm, maybe looking for the kill on Toast, who's laying down some damage of his own. Force flash away as I'm Just Misty shows up, and maybe looking for some more. He does get the ignite, but it's cleansed away almost immediately. Now Misty speeding down the mid lane, but Travesty does have the minions to block his path.
Yep. Sorry about my NA brain delay here. So we saw that Siggity invaded the jungle of Refill with Cola and got a ward down and near that wolves camp. So it's going to see Zach's pathing through there. Zach doesn't need to go through that area, which is interesting to me. So they might not even get the value of that ward. Blue side is pinging their Krug's camp that it's missing. Curious to see that one.
They're catching on.
They're catching on, yeah.
Speaking of blue side and jungle, minion dematerializer on Nunu. I'm not sure about that one. What's the upside to that?
The dematerializer on Alistar, it's a banner command, man.
No, on Nunu.
On Nunu. Oh, he has.
Is that just for the same reason?
It's possible. He did go unsealed spellbook,
Oh,
so.
the engage from Cinderman looking for Shigati. The root does not come through from Cinderman though. Damage does not go through. Enough to kill at least. Sorry, as you were saying about the banner of command.
Yeah, the banner of command minions are going to be very impactful this game, and you might have taken it just for that.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure dematerializer only works on lane minions, if I remember correctly. So it doesn't work on jungle camps. You can't just walk by and grab that up like an Ivern passive. It's literally just the lane minions. So you can see that he's already used it once, and it starts with 6, correct? So
Yeah.
He's already used it once on a lane minion somewhere. I don't know where. I wasn't watching him that closely to see, but I think he's going to be saving it entirely for the banner minions.
Yeah, definitely haven't seen that before. Taking on Nunu at least. We'll be interested to see how that plays out for him.
It will be. He is going the tank build rather than the bursty one-shot build, but it's really fun to go full AP Nunu and just snowball people to death, because it feels really bad for them.
Alright, well, more of an engage. Wet noodle fights in the top lane. Gotta love it. The amount of wave clear on Team 49 Chromosomes is pretty ridiculous. You have the Xayah, who of course has her feathers. You have Ari, who can Q through the entire minion wave. And if all else fails, you have a Scion, who can knock any minion away. And neither team really has a solid lead. I mean, 49 Chromosomes picked up the first blood, but even then, that's only netted them around a 300 gold lead so far. So it does leave, well, there it is. It's picking up. It does leave a little more room. So Channel 4 News team aren't too far behind. This game is still salvageable. Oh no, I've just missed. Caught taking Dragon and now forced to flash away from Cinderman. And Travesty does not have Charm available, but does have Ultimate and uses Ignite. I'm just he's gonna die here. Gets taken out by Cinderman, and the Dragon looks like it's up for grabs for 49 Chromosomes. Vision is getting cleared off of it.
I don't think they're gonna take it here. It's not like they're low or anything, but they like easily rotate over. Oh,
the engage from Cinderman, using the quickness and getting the knockup onto Street Fighter, not forcing any flashes or heals out yet. But now the ultimate coming out from Jujavon, not getting the root. Shigati flashes away. Javon's about to take some damage. Now Shigati getting engaged on as Refill comes in with the flash. Shigati is still alive. The teleport coming through. Refill with gold is so low, running away, but it's not gonna be enough. Gets jumped on, and now the blobs are going to be under attack in Street Fighter. Going to pick up the kill onto Refill with gold.
That was an interesting way that Zach died there. He just kind of died to the minions mostly, and then Siggity hit him a couple times, and then handed over the kill to Street Fighter. That was a good play there at the start, and then Refill with Cola just went a little bit too ham in the bot lane. It looks like he was trying to get the kill, but Jujavon wasn't having it. So that gives the kill over to Street Fighter Shoshana, and potentially getting this tower as well.
Yeah, the teleport is coming in from GCOS, and now the 3-man root, man, Shurima shuffle does come through. Oh my god, actually stopping the unstoppable onslaught. Oh wow, that was pretty impressive.
Shit, buddy, that is how that works. I'm sorry, friend, but oh man, that feels really bad. He's getting question mark pain.
Yeah, now Refill with Cola is in a kind of a sketchy spot. Was using the last slingshot, but got silenced in the meantime. Sentinel getting charmed up, and Travesty buying some more time for Refill with Cola to escape.
Yeah, Travesty is just gonna be able to walk out, doesn't have to burn anything for it. I want to point out that Travesty would electrocute, which is
Shigati defending that control. That's what I liked.
That's his ward. No one can have that ward.
Anyways, as you were saying about electrocute.
Electrocute is very good on Ari. That is normally what you go because you can get sudden impact and just get a lot of burst through that. It's also possible that you just go airy, get that free poke every time, and then try and go for ultimate hat to try and get control faster. I don't know if the spectator client allows me to see the secondary rooms. No, it doesn't. Which is unfortunate, but Potato, I hear you typing, so you're probably looking it up right now. So I like going ultimate hat on Ari, or I like seeing ultimate hat on Ari, I should say. Cinderman going back to grab that ward. I respect the dedication there, buddy. But ultimate hat on Ari is really good because she gets her ult on a lowish cooldown anyway, and getting an extra 50% CDR on your ult just means that you're basically uncatchable. You have your ult up every like 30 seconds, I think, with ultimate hat and 40% CDR. Oh, they're going in bot.
Yeah, the Feathered Fly does come through, not connecting up Fighter Shigati. Bit of a failed engage there.
A little bit. Jujavon burning his ult aggressively, trying to get that kill, but he was really low on mana anyway, so it wasn't likely that he was going to get that. It looks like he is going for the Essence Reaver first, which is a smart build. But the CS differentials in this game aren't really too drastic. I'm just misused only about 20 CS up. Not as much as Refill with Cola was up above him last game.
Yeah. By the way, you were correct. Travesty is indeed running ultimate hat this game.
Good. That is a very strong rune on Ari, just because she just ults so much and so often. And it's so useful for her to get engages and basically adds an extra couple hundred range to her abilities if she wants to put her.
Ooh, Travesty looking for the engage, getting to the shuffle, but it's not going to be enough, and the damage goes through. And that's going to be a kill on Coast, and now Shigati is running for his life. And now I'm just missing getting knocked up by Refill with Cole. Absolute Zero coming out. Does get interrupted by Let's Bounce. Now Refill with Cole is in a bad spot. The quickness does come through. Now it gets the charm onto Street Fighter. And now Shigati is so low. Flash forward from Travesty, getting the kill. That seems to be the end of that skirmish there in the bottom side jungle.
Yep. That was I think it was 1 kill going over towards, or 2 kills actually, because Forever Toast did die. 2 kills going over towards Team 49 Chromosomes, and that puts it in the pocket of Travesty there. And I think 1 kill went over to, no, Cinderman's kill was earlier, so that was 1 kill going over to Javon, 2 kills going over to Travesty. Travesty is gonna, I think, have to carry this game. He's already 2 kills up. He has ultimate hat. He has now built that Luden's Echo, full of burst, full of damage, and full of whatever the heck he wants to be full of.
Absolutely. And now underneath tower, Street Fighter's getting knocked up. The Knight does come through. The heal, not gonna be enough. And Javon picks up another kill on the Street Fighter. Well, actually, the first kill on the Street Fighter. Point still stands.
Unfortunately, that was the Ignite kill, so that does go over to Cinderman. Javon in a bad spot.
Okay. Yeah, now this tower is taking a lot of damage. Goes through from Jujavon onto I'm Just Misty and Shigati. And the tower, I hate saying this again, but very, very low.
Seems like we say that a lot in these games.
Yeah, Shigati doesn't seem like he's going to be able to contest the tower, and will have to let it fall, which is very unfortunate considering that is the first tower of the game. So that is going to give them a bit of a gold boost.
Yep, there is about a 3,000 gold lead for 49 chromosomes in this game. It means that they're going to be able to push that into the mid game a lot better. They need this. They need to get into the mid game because Azir does really well in mid game, and if Travesty wasn't impactful, it would have just been it would have been really bad for both teams there. Forever Toast needs to be impactful in this game. He only has a Natural Tooth right now. It does give him quite a bit of damage, so it's not like he's going to be entirely useless, but he's not going to have as much CC and as much impact as Ahri is going to have in these mid-game fights, these mid-game pick areas, especially in these narrow corridors where Travesty can just get an easy charm on a target and kill really easily.
Yes, sirree. And that's a pretty substantial gold lead too. So it's up to 49 chromosomes to use this gold lead and expand upon that and take all of the advantages that they have and expand those into more.
Yeah, I agree. There's only one kill on the team, Channel 4 News team, and that's on the Tristana. I do think that's where they need to be putting their focus this game. Tristana is going to be able to stay out of range of the abilities of 49 chromosomes and be able to handle the onslaught of CC and damage. That was an interesting 360 no scope decimated smash from Ship there. His body was turned in a really weird way. Thanks, Riot. The Ship does have Glacial Augment like Sentinel went last game, and Sentinel has Grasp like Ship went last game. So they're copying each other.
Yep, that must be it.
They DM'd each other during the game or between games, and they were like, "Hey, if you want."
Oh, I'm just Misty looking for Ship, and Shigatsu coming in as well. Going to flash away and use Unstoppable Onslaught. Now Forever Toast is going to dash in, but that is an Unstoppable Onslaught. He is out of there.
So it looked funny from Shigatsu and Forever Toast, but I understand what they were trying to do. They were just trying to body block him. They were trying to get in his way.
Yeah.
They were trying to stop him from going, because once he's a champion, he stops. But neither one of their abilities put them in their proper spots. So he just kind of dashed out of there. It felt good.
Yeah. That was pretty meme. Although, as it was proven earlier, Forever Toast could have placed down an Emperor's Divide, and that would have allowed him to actually stop the Unstoppable Onslaught.
Yeah, that is true. Forever Toast did have his Emperor's Divide there, so he could have gone in, and if he really wanted to get the kill on Ship there, but that would have been a lot of time and a lot of resources spent killing the already tanky Scion.
Yeah.
We see him also already starting to build that Banner of Command.
Oh, now refill with Cola is coming in, connecting with the Q, and now the engage coming out from Cinderman, getting Street Fighter getting deleted. Jujabon looking for blood. Refill with Cola trapped underneath the tower, going to be escaping soon. Now the win bot lane.
Now Darky Camera wants us to see bot lane.
Ends. Yeah. And now it seems like 49 chromosomes definitely come out ahead in that top lane skirmish. Cola is hanging around, potentially looking for more. He does have that crystalline bracer, healing him up a bit more. You got 3 members of Team Channel 4 News just sitting up top lane, trying to defend this tower, but meanwhile, Travesty in the mid lane is going to be able to push in this mid lane tower.
Yeah, Travesty's gonna get a good bit of damage on this tower. I will mention that Ahri doesn't do a whole lot of damage to towers. It's not really too impactful at this point, but it is about half HP, 2/3 HP on that.
Nice.
Tower. Oh, it gets the back cancel there. I'm not sure if he actually had full vision of that. I don't think he did. He just kind of had it for a second and then guessed.
Yeah, good guesswork. Luton's Echo being picked up by Travesty. I like that, especially. Didn't they just change Luton's Echo as well?
It's just more bursty.
Okay.
It gives some mana too. It's useful.
I think that is a very good change for Luton's Echo. A lot of the AP items, I'm definitely fans of the changes as well as some of the new ones. As of patch, what was it, 8.4?
Yep, 8.4 changed a lot about the game. I will mention that the Morello's mana regen passive was taken away and not put on anything else, so now mages don't really have a way to regen mana during fights, especially heavy caster mages. There's a lot of burst mages that went Morello's first item, because it just gave so much, but it also because you got 20% of your missing mana back whenever you got a killer and assist, and
Well, Archangel's staff now builds Lost Chapter as well, though.
it does,
So you,
but it doesn't,
you do
doesn't
get
have that.
a lot more mana.
You do get a lot more mana, but it doesn't give you that in combat mana regen. You know what I'm trying to say? The extra 20% you get to kill and assist, no other item has it anymore. So you don't get that extra mana regen.
Granted, though, I do think that any champions that would build Morellonomicon will still benefit from items that Lost Chapter now still builds into.
Yeah.
Luden's Echo, Hextech GLP, or Angel's Staff.
I agree. It's not the worst choices that Riot's ever made in their careers, but I will always and forever miss Morello's, as it was previously. It was the go-to item for pretty much everything. Anything.
Even then, though, I still am very happy because now there's actually an AP item that applies grievous wounds at a reasonable time in a fight.
Yeah.
But that's just a personal preference. I'm just personally happy with the changes that were made.
Doesn't Morello just apply it period and not just at 30% health?
Yep.
Yep.
Now it's like Executioner's Calling, but for AP damage.
Which, you know, makes sense.
Yeah. Because there's been a very long need or necessity for that type of item for AP champions. But alas, we are getting a little off topic.
I mean, it's on top. We're talking about AP items.
There are AP champions in the game.
Yeah.
Oh no! Shinnerman actually gets engaged on, uses flash, and dashes away! Very impressive footwork from Shinnerman in order to stay alive a bit longer.
Yep, there is a lot of mobility on this Rakan. He's able to get out very easily. And we see here that I want to point out that Shigudi and I'm Just Misty have a total of 9 dematerializer charges between them. That means 9 banner minions will be dematerialized. It means they will get absolutely wrecked in the late game. And both top laners each have a banner. Between Ship and Sentinel, we'll see how they use them. Yeah, we'll have to see how they use them in this part of the game. It means pushing is going to be more impactful and more important for each team. But I feel like if Channel 4 News Team use their banner minions more effectively than Team 49 Chromosomes, they'll be able to have the lane pressure to get what they need to have in the fights that happen with this new Azir Tristana combo.
Yeah. Personally, though, I think that 9 minion dematerializers is a bit overkill. I don't really know if there's going to be too much of a necessity. Although, granted, in a meta where Banner of Command is very, very powerful, I say it is better safe than sorry. Better to have too many minion dematerializers than not enough.
That's very true. I'd rather have 9 and need 5 than need 5 and have 4, you know?
Yeah.
I do want to point out that Cho'Gath has an extremely hard time killing this thing, because 90% of his damage is magic, but I'm just missing starting up the Baron here.
Yeah, Baron is indeed being started up, getting spotted out by Travis, and they get spooked off by just Travesty alone, even though nobody else on the map is really close enough to contest it, other than Ship.
Yep.
Clearing the vision now, though.
And Travesty was there as well, which is why they stopped. Travesty was right near the Baron pit, and he was able to get some damage in and stop them.
Yeah. Warmogs on Nunu. I guess I can dig that. The amount of out of combat regeneration on Nunu is going to is going to be insane. Anyways, speaking of combat, Refill with Cola is looking for an engaged Screamish up Forever Toast, force Flash out Forever, or Refill with Cola, who's going to be exploded a bit. Alright, now it seems like Baron is going to be started up again. The control wards are stuffing out 49 Chromosomes vision. Now G-Cost Ship is coming in. Feather Fly is being used in the bottom lane. Not sure why Jujavon's there instead of Fori fighting with Baron. But that's besides the point. Doing a lot of damage to Centennial. And the Baron is going to be stopped once again. And now Travesty dashing and fly out. What are you doing? There's 4 members of the opposing team there. Never mind how low they are. That's still 4 members of the other team. He can't be taking that fight.
Oh no.
Oh, now I'm just missing. Forced to flash away and refill with Cola. Not getting a hard enough read to predict where he was dashing to. Or flashing to, rather. Now Centennial and Jujavon once again duking it out in the bottom lane. Neither of them are really able to pull ahead of the other one. Centennial has too much health to die, and Jujavon has too much damage and space to get killed.
Yeah, Jujavon is able to try very well.
Travesty and Jujavon not gonna get the charm and not gonna get the kill though.
Yeah, they rotated down there to try and get the kill, but there's just so much put into Sentinel's Cho'Gath. Like his damage taken score just got so much higher without dying. He's gonna look at that and be very happy with himself because he's the tank. Then he's gonna remember that, oh wait, I was in the bot lane and just got hit by Jujavon 100,000 times.
Yep. Morel Nomicon coming out from Travesty. I can be a fan of that.
I am as well, because I'm just Misty and Sentinel both have ways to regen their health. That means that if Travesty hits I'm just Misty while he's trying to consume, he will heal for a lot less, and then Sentinel just has that passive. Shiggity also has that heal on the Alistar. Excuse me. Don't laugh at me. They have that heal on the Alistar, and they that will get reduced as well, especially because Travesty's abilities are all AoE.
Oh boy, the banner of command empowered minions in the bottom lanes. Exciting.
Yep, they're just going at it. I will.
Now they're the only 2 minions there, just whacking away at each other. Gotta love it.
I will mention, I find it interesting that neither the top laner decided to go mini dematerializer. I understand they want to go secondary trees that are different, but when they know they're the ones going to be fighting these banner minions, you would think they would take the dematerializers over the support and the jungler.
Yeah, but oh my goodness, refill with Golem getting 1 health away from getting his might steal. Now I'm just getting caught out. Travesty picking up the kill. Now Cinderman getting the knock up and looking for the kill. Shiggity very far out of position, flashing away, and that's a juke and a half, knocking up Cinderman. The Cinderman is going to be Centennial. And now Shiggity is going to live with his life, and Centennial looking for something. Not going to be able to get a catch, and now the Baron is being started up. Travesty and Cinderman pretty low. The teleport coming in from ship, and now Unstoppable Onslaught not going to connect because of the Emperor's Divide. Jujavon gets to lane, and now the team fight is breaking out. Shiggity's very low, looking for a knockup, letting his ADC get a bunch of damage off. Now Street Fighter getting juked out by the elastic slingshot. Travesty still low, getting shielded up, and gets shut down by Street Fighter, who's looking for more. Onto Cinderman, has the double kill, and now the Baron is going to have the minion, or the vision cleared, and going to be started up. Refill with Cole does have elastic slingshot and smite available. It's going to be healing up with Warmog's armor, and let's see if he can get a miraculous Zac Baron steal. Charging up, does not get it, and actually gets knocked out by Street Fighter. Very.
Oh, that was actually Shiggity bumping him out. That was.
Yeah, not Street Fighter.
That was absolutely hilarious. It's so funny to see a Zac trying to elastic slingshot in and then get bumped back by someone. It's one of the most dissatisfying things as a Zac player. But now the banner.
Street Fighter laying down the damage onto this tower is Tristan so good at doing. Taking down the turret, now Refill with Cole, taking up some damage, looking for the elastic slingshot, but Street Fighter has a jump of his own and gets out of there. Now Street Fighter getting airborne and now getting caught out, getting deleted by Jujavon, and downfall Shiggity as well. And now that is going to be 2 members for nothing in favor of 49 Chromosomes. Now they only have Cho'Gath and Nunu and Azir left to defend their base, as well as the Baron buff though. Forever Toast and I'm Just Missy looking just to defend their base. Refill with Cole flashing in. Let's Bounce not connecting to anybody. And now the Shrima Shuffle connecting from Forever Toast, and he won't get away. Cinderman ends up getting a kill. And now the knockup from Refill with Cole onto Centennial. The knockup from Cinderman as well. Centennial's just trying to get in there. The knockup not connecting from Centennial. The tower is going to fall.
That was a bit of an overstay by Channel 4 News team there. They got the Baron, they got that mid tower, then they just didn't back up fast enough. Cho'Gath also went bot lane instead of helping out his team. I wasn't looking at well enough to see if they had to clear that wave bot, but they did grab that bot wave from the Cho'Gath, and then they get the Cloud Drake for themselves. That is a 3-dragon team. There will be another one coming up as well before the Elder Drake, and
Nope. The Elder Dragon's up next.
no, is it? Okay, I'm boosted. All right.
NA lol.
Any productions lol. Anyway, there's still 6 dematerializers on blue side, but they haven't used. I don't think they realize that the enemy team doesn't have any. There's no good answer for their Baron minions, and they also still have Baron on a few members, so they need to be pushing with this Baron and with that banner-empowered cannon minion, but they currently have that going on.
They do have a Baron. Yeah, Baron minion pushing down the tower in the mid lane, ending up getting a tier 2, and now Centennial getting not knocked up, but Refill with Cole does knock up Misty. And now the Shurima Shuffle comes through the charm onto Forever Toast, ends up getting taken out by G-Cost ship, and now the engage coming in from Cinderman. Javon is on a killing spree, taking out Chickasee, and next down falls Centennial as Street Fighter, and I'm just Misty escaped from the fight.
So the one good way to beat the Baron empowered cannon minion with the banner command on it is to kill the entire enemy team. That is one good way to stop that comp from happening, and that's what they do. Refill with Cola just shows I'm just Misty how to engage on the Zac and does it very well. Goes in, hits them up, and kills 3 out of the 5 members. They'll be able to get this tower, maybe an inhib.
Yep, Refill with Cola's on the sideline. He's looking for an engage with the last shot. Not gonna find. Tower does fall. Inhibitor shortly after Forever Toast and Centennial. 10 seconds on Centennial. Forever Toast now spawning in, and now 49 Chromosomes decide to back out.
They do make the safe play and back out rather than try and stay and get more. There wasn't a whole lot more for them to get because the inner towers for... Thank you, Sion. The inner towers for that team are still up, so they aren't able to get much more. They might try and get this very low bottom tower, but I'm not sure they'll be able to get it. I'm just Misty gonna grab his wolves while Forever Toast grabs his blue, and a help me ping from Cho'Gath in the bot lane, assuming they're gonna be going down there, but they're really not. And Shiggy gonna grab this pink ward for himself. Gonna smack it once, twice, 3 times, and the last time.
One thing that is pretty important to point out, Cinderman right now has a vision score of 88.
Yeah,
that is insane. The fact that he has been putting vision down that effectively, stuffing out the enemy's vision that effectively.
It's 92
He's
now.
been a very important factor in how ahead his team is. More vision, more powers. My predecessors have taught me.
He's actually got almost as much vision score as the entire rest of his team combined. I want to point that out. It's about 20, 30, so 50, 80.
Oh my god, Forever Toast! Dashing away, Shurima Shuffle, and will be engaged. Travesty, not having enough damage to take him out. Cola getting knocked back by Street Fighter. Wow, I was living on a knife's edge and just not getting cut. Very impressive escape maneuvers by Forever Toast using the cleanse, getting away. Now Refill with Cola, not going to be using Elastic Slingshot. And now this banner empowered minion going to be whacked away by not only the non-empowered minions, but Cinderman and Travesty as well. As Team Channel 4 News will be right back.
Yeah, that was smart by Refill Cola to understand that even though they forced Forever Toast to go back, he realized that his Xayah was in the top lane and Sion was in the bot lane, so it would have been a 3v4 essentially. And understanding that they're not that far ahead that we can win that, they're only about 3,000, 3,500 gold ahead. So they aren't able to completely 1v or 3v5 these fights yet, but if they keep going at the pace they are, they'll do that.
Yeah,
nice
Baron is spawning in a minute, and in 1.5 minutes will be the Elder Dragon. Oh no, Forever Toast, what are you doing? gets caught out trying to defend a tower and ends up getting picked off by Refill with Cola. And now Jujavon looking to take this inhibitor tower in the top lane. Refill with Cola getting the engage onto Street Fighter. Now Shiggy will be falling next. Double kill for Refill with Cola. Now this is a 2v5 situation in favor of Team Channel 4 News. And this might be the final march into the enemy team's nexus for Team Channel 4 News. Centennial in the middle of everybody gets the kill onto Jujavon. But at what cost? Absolute Zero coming out, getting some damage on Refill with Cola, but not enough to get a kill. Now Cinderman getting the kill on Centennial, and I'm Just Missy is left alone with 17 seconds on his next teammate, while the minions are pouring into the base. And 49 Chromosomes are looking to end this game out as I'm Just Missy walks back into his base, walks back out as he sees Shoppers watching his base, find it slowly collapsing. The Nexus turret has fallen. The next one will be falling shortly after. Now the Nexus itself is under siege. And now 49 Chromosomes out to fight as Forever Toast is back on the battlefield. Refills gold trying to get the damage down.
They might not
He
have.
gets taken down. Now G-Cost ship trying to get the damage down too. But he's coming back with a vengeance in his final form. But he doesn't get the damage down and the base is still up. Oh my goodness. Channel 4 News lived to fight another day.
That was so close. They almost ended there. That Nexus was at a couple hundred health. They could have almost ended, but Jujavon died early on there, and he wasn't able to get the damage out. If they had him there, they would have won. It's plain and simple. The other members of the team weren't able to hit the Nexus either, and now they need to recall, understand where they are. But the Desperation Baron,
Not even a Desperation Baron. The enemy's jungler isn't even up, and now Javon and Slinderman trying to contest this Absolute Zero speed. Baron is laying down the damage, and now the Baron is being stopped, but Jujavon still trying to get the kill. Slinderman's trying to get in there, but it's not going to be enough. Now Shiggy, oh my god! Forever Toast getting in there, getting a kill onto Jujavon. Baron will be started again. The minions aren't going to be pouring into the mid lane anytime soon. Street Fighter, Forever Toast, and I'm Just Missy. Between all of them, they have enough damage to continue the Baron. And now, 1,000 health, Baron has been contained, or it has been slain by Team Channel 4 News, and now they have another fighting chance, and they could be looking to get back into the game.
Oh no!
Now, unstoppable is Refill with Cola. Centennial getting pretty far caught out, but he has so much health, he's not going to be close to taking out. Now that's Let's Bounce being burned by Refill with Cola. I don't think that was very good use of his ultimate, to be frankly honest.
Yeah, maybe not, but he was trying to get that pick, forgetting that Sentinel has a couple thousand health, so it's not easy to kill him as fast as he thought he would. But holy cow, what a turn of events. They defend their base just barely, a couple hundred health, and they get the Baron directly afterwards. They're going to be, I don't know why they're trying to get this Krugs camp. They just need to be pushing the lanes, honestly. There's no reason to grab your Krugs at this point.
Yeah, I think the Elder Dragon, or right now, the Elder Dragon is going to be the next very, very important objective. If Team 49 Chromosomes secure that Elder Dragon, they will have a huge out-of-combat advantage. They'll be able to speed around the map with insane ease. That's being started up right now. And Team Channel 4 News don't have any vision on it. They're backing right now, which is a serious misplay because they have such an in-combat and out-of-combat advantage right now.
Yeah, that was... I'm gonna say that's a huge mistake. They didn't push any of their advantages. They have the Baron buff, and they weren't doing anything with it. I understand they're scared about getting backdoored, but like you keep doing this, you're just gonna get stalled out of the game, and your gold lead is gone. Your advantages aren't gonna matter anymore. They have this Elder Dragon buff with 3 dragons. The first time you take it is better than it was before, but
you have the Baron empowered, Banner empowered minion coming through.
Yes, you do
A
have
team
that
fight
now.
seems very likely in the next 20 seconds, I'm calling it. Baron empowered minion is going to be shooting away on this tower. The Featherfly does come out from Jujavon. Very important ultimate. Now Refill with Goalie using his Let's Bounce, getting the Centennial in there. Now he gets taken down by Jujavon, and Shiggy seems to be going to fall next, has such little health. And now Chica's ship going to get the kill on him. Resurrecting right now is Street Fighter, but he gets taken down too! Forever Toast is in such a bad spot, so low! Going in further, gets taken out by Jujavon as well. I'm Just Missy, the sole member of Team Channel 4 News alive as 49 Chromosomes have the minions and have the power to start pushing into the base for the final death march. You have another 30 seconds on the next member, and there is a disconnect
What do we always say? It wouldn't be a Learning Fives game without a disconnect.
That's actually a really, really unfortunate disconnect because if Javon had been active in this game, they could have just run mid, grab that inhib, and grab the game. But right now, it's only Travesty. They have to pause now to try and end the game, but they aren't able to. Travesty isn't going to be able to do a whole lot to the inhib in the Nexus. And I'm just Misty is there. He is at like 1 HP, so he isn't going to be able to defend the inhib at the very least. But the game is on a knife's edge at this point. Any team fight can be the game-winning team fight for Team 49 Chromosomes, and Channel 4 News Team has to be very careful on what they do here. If they make one slip up like they did just now, they can lose the game, and they might have already lost the game at this point. There is the lowest death timer right now is 27 seconds, and that's on Sugary, and he isn't going to have as much of an impact as the other members, and Forever Toast is 47 seconds down. That's 47 seconds where Javon and Travesty are going to be able to just whack away, right-click, and be able to try and end the game. But we don't know yet. We don't know for sure if they have the damage. Sion is bot lane. He had to ult out of that mid lane fight because he almost died, and then he's not there. He's not available to go mid lane and get that inhib and try and get the end. He's not there. It's just Travesty Javon now. And so we have to see how they act in this game. They have to see. Travesty is already on his way over there. Excuse me. Travesty is for sure by himself trying to get that inhib. I don't know if he'll be able to get it, but he will at least do his darndest to do that. He doesn't have a Lich Bane, so he doesn't have those passive spell procs to try and get that a little bit faster. But AP champions do have a little bit of an easier time on structures because of the AP damage to towers, and hopefully we get back into it very soon to see if they actually try and end it here.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree. And this game is so close right now. I mean, obviously, Team Channel 4 News have 4 members down, 1 member barely living. But right now, Travesty is running into the base, has the option just to clear that inhibitor away. But let's see if there's going to be... Oh, wait. Actually, everybody's pouring into the base right now. And, yeah, spamming plus button at the end of the game. Lol. But the game does go over to Team 49 Chromosomes. Yeah. They end up being able to clear the Nexus and take the second game of the EU West Tournament Finals. Okay.
Yeah, that was odd. EU spectator delay is weird. But anyway, we have 49 Chromosomes as your EU West Learning Fives champions for the session. They have come across on top, and yeah, they showed in both games that they were the dominant team.
Absolutely. Very impressive showing for both games indeed. Of course, the Baron-empowered minions not going to be enough to carry Team Channel 4 News Team to victory this time. But maybe in next session But anyways, Team 49 Chromosomes do emerge as your Learning Fives EU West champions for this session. They were very dominant both games. Ending this game, it was only a 5,000 gold lead, but even then, that's still pretty significant considering that they were fighting the entire time. Channel 4 News Team were so close to coming back with that Baron play, but alas, it didn't seem to be enough to save their game. But anyways, I believe we have 2 more games coming up today. We have the North American Finals for, Gold and Plat, and then the North American Finals for Bronze and Silver.
Yep.
Yeah, so make sure you come back and watch those, and make sure you also join our Discord if you haven't already. I mean, come on, it's the blood and bones of our project. Or the blood and bones? You know what I'm trying to say. Make sure you like us on Facebook. I think that's what you do on Facebook. So you can keep up to date on any events and any signups or what have you. Make sure you also follow us on Twitter so you can stay up to date on any updates with Learning Fives. Go subscribe to the YouTube where you have the full VODs or any highlight reels posted there. And finally, if you like what we do for Learning Fives, for League of Legends, but you say, "Aw, darn man, I don't play League of Legends. I only play Heroes of the Storm." Well, boy, do we have the Discord program for you. Heroes of the Storm Learning 5's Discord is a program that's all run by the same people at Learning 5. So if you love Learning 5s and you love Heroes of the Storm, then you can sign up there too. But anyways, my name is Sir Potato the Ninth. You can follow me on Twitter at SirPotatoIX. Joined here by Penguin God. You can follow him on Twitter at LOL Penguin God.
It's Penguin God __ now.
Oh, there you go. Penguin God __. So make sure you follow us so you can keep up to date on our spicy streams or schedules or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for coming out. And Penguin, do you have any closing thoughts?
Nope. Join the Discord. Watch the second 2 series. We're gonna have different casters for each one, so it should be exciting. And join us for those as well.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much for coming out, and come back soon.
Good morning, eyes open. I can see the light shining through. Good morning, blinds open. I'm coming home to you. Soft with the weather, cool with the breeze. Flip through the pages of reality. Float like a feather out to the sea. Roll like a lion, living wild and free. Just like that, snap my fingers. Just like that, dreams get bigger. Just like that, paint a picture. Just like that, just like that, just like that. Just like anything you want, you can have it. Whatever you need, you can grab it. Just like anything you want, you can have it. Whatever you need, what you need. Good evening, eyes closing. We can see the stars shining through. Good evening, blinds closing. It's just me and you. Soft with the weather, cool with the breeze. Flip through the pages of reality. Float like a feather out to the sea. Roll like a lion, living wild and free.